I hear you talk about the importance of fans, and I know what they've been asking for a very long time, so I'm going to push you for something here. I'm going to see if we can make this happen. I need a piece of news from you. It's great that we have you all the way here, and yes, we didn't get to go to England, but if we have you here, we need to do something big. So what can you tell me?
Yeah, one of the things that I've talked about for quite a while, and I get a knock on Twitter every so often of, hey, when is this actually happening, is mouse and keyboard support on Xbox. And I'm proud to announce that's coming. And it's going to be in preview in October. We're going to be partnering with Warframe to be our first game to help us test this and get feedback from customers on how it works. Now, I want to make sure, because I'm always having to explain this mouse and keyboard support, like, why are we doing this, and are we going to mess up everybody's multiplayer sessions today?
Yeah, well, what about my matchmaking?
That's right.
I need to know.
So these are tools for developers. We're not going to force mouse and keyboard support on a game that wasn't designed for it. Like, the developer owns the creative vision for their game. And if their game is a controller-only game and that's the way they want it to work, great. Love that. No issue there at all. So we put that control in the hands of the developers. But there are certain games out there that require mouse and keyboard, and those can't come to console today. And we say, okay, if we put this capability in the hands of developers, we'll get more of those games. There's some games when you just want to go play with your friend and somebody happens to be in a place where they're more comfortable with mouse and keyboard than controller, where a developer might want to open up that option so that they can bring more people into play and gamers have choice about how they want to play. In terms of like hopper support and matchmaking support, as you bring up, that's all in the hands of the developers. So if you're a dominant FPS player right now on controller and you're worried that all of a sudden you're going to get swamped because a bunch of mouse and keyboard player are going to get flooded into your game, like, that's not what we're doing. We're putting choice in the hands of the developers about the games that they want to bring. I'm excited about it because I always think when we increase the creative canvas that our developers have to use in order to create games, we always get amazing things. And the feedback that we're getting from developers is great. We're going to have a lot more games to talk about at the XO event that'll be supporting this. So that's just a small thing in terms of mouse and keyboard support, but I know people have been asking about it for a while.
That's no small thing. That's great news right there. So from what I'm hearing, just to recap it all, to reel it all back in, this is really something about developer choice. And my experience may change based on game, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. And so you shouldn't expect that every game on the platform now supports mouse and keyboard. You know, if the game was originally designed as a controller-only game, that's the way the game works. And your experience as a player is going to be exactly what you had yesterday. It'll be the same tomorrow. It is really about developer choice and the creative things that they can do on our platform.
Gotcha. That's awesome from a platform level. I'm excited for it. But what I've got to know now is, where should I, as a fan, direct my encouraging support if I want to see my game supported?
Yeah, I think, talking to the developers for your games is always a great place to start about how you feel. Like, we obviously have our user voice channels. We're in constant conversation with developers that are on Xbox and on Windows about things that we can do to make the platform and your experience better as a player. Our customers are pretty good at finding us and telling us what they think. But, the developers really own the creative vision behind their games, and I think that's where the key decisions will be made.
All right. Well, Phil, I'm definitely looking forward to Mexico City XO 18. November 10th, yeah?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I love going down to Mexico. I wasn't there last year, but 2 years ago I was there. It is just like, I think we're supposed to have over 10,000 people there this year. It is crazy, the support we get from the fans down there. And it's nice that this first XO event's happening there because we can get to celebrate with them. And then in the future, we'll see where we go.
All right, Phil, bringing it back to mouse and keyboard. One more question before you go.
Yeah.
I know you've got something else that you're eager to tell us about, yeah?
Yeah, like many things, when we started designing this feature coming to Xbox, we really wanted to give people choice. One thing, we support USB HID. So the devices that you already have, the USB devices, wired, wireless, those will work on Xbox. But we said, hey, if we're going to announce this feature, we're going to launch it, we're going to have games coming and support it, let's find a partner out there that can really help build an accessory that I think will be great in this experience. And we partnered with Razer. Razer is a company we've had a long history with. We've known them for a long time for all the great work they've been doing on PC and just been a great gaming company. And so it was exciting to them. We went with them. We talked to them about this feature on Xbox. They had some really unique ideas about mouse and keyboard support and how they would design something specific for that environment. I think it's going to be great when the fans get to see what they've come up with.
Awesome. Well, Phil, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always a pleasure when we get one of Major Nelson's direct reports to come in here and talk to us in the studio.
I hope the boss likes my performance today.
And we can't wait for November, so we're excited. It'll be good. And we'll get right back to our hero of the hour, Forza Horizon 4, in just a moment. And don't forget, if you buy the Ultimate Edition, you can tear through pristine manicured Britain estates with early access in just 3 days. For all the details on mouse and keyboard support, including game support, and our exclusive partnership with Razer, tune in on November 10th.